All right, everyone, welcome in. Welcome to the Women's Wellness Network, and welcome here today to B. Hello, B. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great, Tammy. Thank you so much for inviting me out today. I'm just so excited to be here. Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. It's wonderful to have you. And why don't we start off by you can just introduce yourself a little bit and maybe tell us where you are in the world.
Okay, awesome. My name is Vivon Squires. My mother, when I graduated in 2016 with my master's degree, my mother looked at me and she says, "Okay, I gave you two names. It's time for you to start using your other name, Vivon Squires." And I was like, "Okay, Mama." She actually named me Benita Von Squires, and then she renamed me at that point, which I thought was just so precious. My mother had Alzheimer's, and we lost her in 2021. And that was one of the last things that she was able to give me before we lost her. And so everybody, if you don't know about Alzheimer's, it just is such a lonely disease and it just takes your loved ones away from you bit by bit. But anyway, we're here to talk about what I'm doing and where I am. I actually live in Roanoke, Virginia. I came here in 2019 as a result of a career move. I work for the federal government in the Veterans Health Administration. But that's not my passion. My passion, my passion is trauma healing. And the reason that is so dear to me is because I had to heal myself from my trauma, my traumatic experiences growing up as a child in our home. My father, for whatever reason, did not take to me. We never bonded, and he did not want me. And I was so ashamed of not being wanted as if it was my fault for not being wanted. But as a child, how much fault and how much blame can you really have as a child?
Right? How do you
And
know?
so, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And so, from there, it just went on because I had low self-esteem. And I was always trying to seek his approval in everything that I did. And what I didn't realize is that when you are seeking approval in one area of your life, you will be seeking approval across the board. And when you don't get that sense of approval, it just adds to the low self esteem that you already have. And so I went through most of my life with low self esteem, not feeling like I deserved anything good in my life. And so, therefore, I was looking for all of the wrong things to bring into my life. And I was very successful at that. As if you really want to be successful at bringing bad things into your life. But what it did is it gave me an opportunity to learn. Life is a learning experience. And so after I just totally destroyed my life, looking for love in all the wrong places and all the wrong faces, and we do that, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And and so I got a lot of consequences as a result of that. I am a survivor or a thriver, as I like to say. I suffered some sexual assault. I was homeless. I found myself in so many dark places over the lifetime. And when I finally hit my bottom, I was bankrupt. I was spiritually bankrupt. I was emotionally bankrupt. I was unemployable. All of those, worst nightmare type things. That's who I was. That's what I represented at that time. And by the grace of God, which I do have a relationship with Source, universe, whatever you want to call your higher power, that's on you. And if you
I
don't
call
have
it
a
Gus.
I'm sorry.
I call it Gus. God, universe, spirit. Gus.
I love it. I love that. It just encompasses it all. It encompasses it all. And so, anyway, through that relationship, you know how they say when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Well, little did I know I was ready, and life was ready for me to come out of that place and start changing my trajectory into something that was positive. So there was someone available to me in my community that just grabbed him along my hand and said, "I've been where you've been. Let me show you the way out." And that's what I like to do for people today. Now, as I continued to grow and evolve, I found a sense of worthiness within me because I believe that we are all born worthy. And it's up to us to walk in our worthiness. But if we don't know that, then we don't know that. We don't know what we don't know. And so someone needs to ring the alarm. Someone needs to show us and tell us who we are, that we are wonderfully and fearfully made, that we can accomplish all things, maybe not everything at the same time, but anything that we desire. We have that within us. And then as we continue to grow, life has experiences that unveil who we are to ourselves. And I started meeting myself. I decided, okay, well, if I want to have a life that's worth living, I better start some college. So I went to school, got some education, and then God one day told me, hey, I want you to write a book. And I was like, okay, what book are you talking about? And then as I thought it was going to be an autobiography, just kind of detailing all of the things that I had been through. But no, it was about trauma, which was the beginning of all of my other crises. They all stemmed from the trauma. And so what I was learning is that if I heal the trauma, then I heal my life. And I was like, wow, that's really powerful. I started doing research with Deepak Chopra. I started doing research with Stephen Covey, John Maxwell, all these wonderful names, and leaders in the business realm, in the spiritual realm. I came to understand that as individuals, we are components. We are the spiritual, we are the mental, we are the physical, and we are the emotional. So all of these components of who we are need to be addressed individually so they can work together synergistically so that we can align with our true path as we move forward. And so I wrote the book. It's a 4-phased healing process that begins with identifying trauma. And then it goes on to help us cultivate a forgiveness mindset so we can let go of all of that negative energy that's holding us down. Because what I'm understanding is that unforgiveness and resentment are negative vibrations, right? And they hold us down. But when we are able to forgive, then we release ourselves from that negative captivity. And then we're able to rise above it and become something new, something wonderful, something compassionate, something loving and giving, where with all of that negativity, we didn't have the ability to become that person. And so then after we're able to let go of all of that negative energy, then we can start achieving all of our wildest dreams. We can go to school. We can have healthy relationships with ourselves and others. We can start eating healthy instead of eating our emotions. Listen, I am 5'2.5". I got to 182 pounds. That's not a good look. It was a wake-up call. It was a wake-up call. I'm like, oh my gosh, I stepped on the scale and I was like, OMG, I've got to do something. And I said, okay, so I learned a little secret that I'm going to share with you today. It's called acting as if. And so I said, okay, I used my visualization and I visualized myself nice and fit and happy and energetic. And then I said, okay, so what do you need to do in order to become that person? Okay, I got a trainer, I got a diet, I got an elliptical machine, I got everything that I need. Well, you don't need an elliptical machine because, you can go to the gym and that sort of thing. And at the time I was living in Arizona, which was so great for outdoors activities. And before you know it, I had lost 20 pounds just by acting as if I was that person I wanted to be. My water intake, my food choices, the way that I thought about health changed, and my whole life changed. And when I was able to accomplish that major goal, you can only imagine how invincible I felt. I felt like if I can do that, I can do anything. And so then I started speaking to people, letting them know about trauma and about all of the different things that they can achieve in their lives. And so the book itself that I was able to write, you can't really see it, but it's called The
You put it
Energy.
right in front of yourself. There we go.
Okay,
Energy
yay.
harvest.
Yes, the energy harvest. It's a spiritual model for the enhancement of your life. Now, when I say spiritual, I don't mean religious. This is
Right.
for anyone, whether you have a religion or don't have a religion, whether you believe or don't believe. The one thing that we have in common is trauma. And so if we can heal that trauma, then we can go on and live our best lives. And that's what I'm talking about these days. This is my passion. And so from that passion,
Me
yes.
too. You're on fire with it, and it's amazing. And it is right. Seriously, I can feel your energy. It's like this woman, she's been through it, she's been to it, and she's going beyond it. And now you're bringing it to others, and that's incredible, right? Like to have that struggle and all that stuff, and now look at you. You're sitting here being that woman that you envisioned. I see you. I see you.
Thank you so much. Yes, and thank you for saying that you see me, because that's what we want most. We want to be seen, we want to be heard, we want to be accepted for who we are, and not told that we need to change this or too much of that, not enough of this. No, we are perfectly made just the way that we are. And then as we continue to heal, we get in touch with those different parts of ourselves. And then before you know it, the self-esteem is through the roof. There's the self-confidence is right there with it. And you feel like, oh my God, I can do anything. You wake up in the morning energized and ready for the day instead of saying, oh my God, not another day. I remember lying in bed being so angry about being alive, lying in bed, waking up saying, oh my God, here I am again in another day, in another struggle, but not today. I wake up these days and it's like, oh my gosh, what wonderful thing is going to happen today? I go
Right?
into the day expecting something wonderful. And, it might not be anything to write home about, but for me, it might be something that's
Right?
tremendous and wonderful. Each of us has our own sense of success. What success looks like for me is a thriving business, a thriving coaching business, and right now, what success looks like for me is an emotional healing challenge. That's what I have going on right now. You know,
Oh,
um, exactly. I can't wait to tell you about this, Tammy. Wait a minute, let me tell you. This emotional healing challenge was something that was given to me through my meditation and my prayer life. Um, I saw the vision. I saw people so excited. I saw people healing. I saw smiles. I felt their energy. I was like, wow, what is this? And so I was instructed to create a challenge that would create a space for men and women ages 25 to 65 to come and learn about trauma. See, a lot of times we don't even know what trauma looks like. So how can we identify it? So we want to bring that to you, show you what trauma could look like in your life, show you what it takes to walk through that trauma, but all in a fun atmosphere where you earn points for showing up, points for participating. At the end of each week, you'll have 100 points, which will put your name on a spin wheel, and then you get to win prizes. Oh my gosh, I've got t-shirts, I've got keychains, I've got silicone bracelets, ceramic coffee mugs, not the plastic ones, the ceramic ones. They are so nice. I cannot wait for people to engage with us. And it's all in a group setting. And so when you go to the link and register, when you register for your book, you're going to receive a journal, because we made journals for everyone as well. Because the vision that I was given was we need to help people set up processes in their lives that will help them get better. And so, if we do it in a fun way, and over the 16 weeks of this challenge, by the end of this challenge, this will be a new perspective for people, a new way of looking at life. We draw them with the potential of prizes and money, and once they get there, then we infuse them with healing and information and encouragement and all of that. I am so excited for the people that will be in this challenge. It begins on August the 7th and it ends on November the 27th. Now, listen to this. At the end of every month, you should have 400 points. And with those points, now you get to the big spin for $500. At the end of every month, all participants will have the opportunity to win $500 just by participating, just by doing the activities that are in your journal, just by doing things that you already know you can do. We will meet 1 hour a week on Wednesday nights from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, where we will support each other, where we will come together to learn about trauma, where we can cultivate the forgiveness mindset, go on to think about and achieve wonderful things. And then we teach you practical tools for sustaining all of this through prayer and meditation, through visualization and imagination. We teach you how to raise your vibration so that if you wake up in the morning and you don't feel like you got up on the right side of the bed, that's okay, because now you have tools to correct that so you don't have to stay in that low vibration all day. You can start your day over by envisioning a new idea for your day, by envisioning how I want to feel. Okay, so how do I change that? With my thoughts. Instead of thinking about, oh my God, this day, oh, how grateful I am for this new day. Oh, I'm so happy to be alive because now I get to serve someone today. Now, when I go drive my car, I get to let someone in who's waiting for traffic. I get to hold the door today for someone coming in or out in my presence. I get to be involved and connected with people. And that in itself will raise your vibration up so high that you forget that you even woke up on the wrong side of the bed, because now you are in control of the way your day is going to go, and you're not leaving it up to chance. And so these are the kinds of things that we want to teach people, on how to maintain their day and their livelihood, and just that overall sense of wellness from the
Right. And starting
thinking to the.
right from the beginning of the day, right? And it's a 4 month stretch. Tell me again, August 7th till November 27th.
That's correct. That is
Okay.
correct.
Yeah. So that's a nice time to learn new habits also, right? We learn new habits there's a varying ideas on when a new habit can be created. Some say 21 days, some say 28, some say 60. So you've got it covered. We're going to go past the 60 days, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
people should be well into developing new habits, new disciplines, new ways of being and thinking. That's perfect. And they get to do it in a journal. So that's amazing, right? A lot of courses don't come with such a thing. So that's very exciting. Okay, well, let's see. What else do we need to know about your course? Mm, I can't think. Oh, how about you just tell us how we can find you? How do we connect with you? How do we find out more about your course?
Okay, so sure. Again, my name is Coach Yvonne Squires. You can reach me at www.spiritsourceconnection.com. You can go there and you can sign up for a free consultation with me, 30-minute discovery call. And for the challenge itself, you can go to www.spiritsourceconnection/EH challenge, which is emotional healing challenge. And that will get you to the registration form where you can register to be part of the challenge. If you'd like to contact me by phone, I don't have a problem with giving my number. It is 317-828-3642. If you want to email me, you can email me at spiritsourceinfo@gmail.com.
Awesome. Perfect. Okay. Well, Women of the Women's Wellness Network, we will put all of the contacts for Bea into the comment section so that you can connect with her, find out more about her challenge. Because it doesn't sound like tremendously challenging. It sounds easy and lovely and uh, procedural, step by step. So it's not going to be overwhelming or too much. I think it sounds like it's very user friendly. I think let's go with that. User friendly.
It is definitely
Right.
user friendly. It's a structured program. That way you can track your success. You can track your healing. And that way, if your mind starts telling you it's not doing you any good, you can go back to the physical evidence that, yes, I am transforming. Yes, this is good for me. And yes, I'm going to keep moving forward.
How amazing. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, B. Is there anything else you would like to share with us today?
I am just so excited to be part of the Women's Wellness Network. I'm looking forward to connecting with all of you ladies on a personal level. I also have a podcast, so don't be surprised when I invite you to come be part of my podcast and talk about maybe some things that you have healed from, some challenges that you have been able to overcome. But anyway, I am just so grateful to be part of this network and part of this community, and I look forward to being actively involved.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for coming today, B. It was really nice to talk to you, and I love your enthusiasm. It makes me, yeah, feel energized already. Thank you very
Yay,
much.
good, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me today.
Thank you.